Hello and welcome to another TECHunplugged take. This time with my good friend and my partner in crime here at TECHunplugged, Max Mortellaro. Good afternoon, Max.
Hey Ariane, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sure you are well as well. Uh, let's jump into business straight away. You've been to Storage Field Day 21 already last week. You've seen some awesome stuff during those couple of days. And one of the things that you've seen is Nasuni. So tell us a little bit more. What is Nasuni? What did you do? And what jumped out for you last week?
Yeah, thank you, Ariane. So yes, it was a pretty intense Storage Field Day 21, and really, Nasuni was one of the companies which stood out for me among everything we've seen, which is also why I've been writing a blog post straight away today, and we're here to talk about them. So, what did I take away from Nasuni? First of all, I didn't know them very well. I didn't know them, so it was a kind of an introduction for me, and what I understood is that they're in the NAS storage space, so file-based storage, and I was really amazed by the ingenious, let's say, simplicity of their idea. You know, it's so simple and so straightforward that it's almost genius. And those guys, they've been kind of looking at the challenges of traditional NAS, and they thought a solution to kind of fix that. So you're probably going to ask me, what are those challenges, right?
Yep.
And exactly. And well, I think you know those challenges as well as I do. You know, when you do NAS in smaller installations, usually, you have one site, two sites, you put a traditional NAS system on premises. You think about how you're going to do replication or DR or whatever, and you're done, right? But when you do that at scale, and you need to do that for, I don't know, 10, 20 plus sites, 50 sites, when you do that at scale, at the size of a global organization, well, what can go wrong? Well, you tell me, because you've been dealing with those things as well, right?
A lot can go wrong, and everything that you imagine that could go wrong will go wrong. So, there's always a big challenge in companies that have adopted NAS. It kind of depends on which side of the coin that you are. First, if you look at virtualization, a lot of companies started with SAN, all right? It's not NAS.
Mm-hmm.
So when NAS became more known in the virtualization world, thanks to NetApp, it got adopted on that side as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of challenges with that. I think that if you look at it with HCI and all that kind of stuff coming in right now, I think we should look at NAS as what it was intended to be, a network attached storage. And storage as in, I want to keep my files and I want to keep them in a simple and easy way, easy manageable, and all that kind of stuff. So let's keep it at that.
That's true. And I think the key thing here to what you say is files. You know, it's intended to store files. And I think that's where the value of a product such as Nasuni comes through. Very simply put, they provide a global NAS distributed kind of file system. They present that wherever you're on the globe, you can access to the same data. You can have one or more volumes. And the beauty of the thing is that it's built on the public cloud. So it is using object storage on the backend, which can be from AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, wherever you want. But to you as an organization, you get file storage. And the great thing is that, of course, it benefits from all of the economics of cloud. You know, infinite scale almost. You can put your data wherever you want. You can replicate the data to specific regions in AWS or in Azure or whatever you want. And you can also make sure, so the way you access that is through edge appliances, virtual edge appliances. And you can put those appliances wherever you want. They can be close to where your people work. So if you have a lot of people in the Netherlands, for example, in Czech Republic, in the US, you put an appliance close to where they work. If you're in a big country like the United States, or if you take, I don't know, if you have people distributed across the whole EMEA region, you can put some appliance, for example, one appliance in the Benelux region, you can put one in Italy, one in the UK, even if formally they're no longer part of the European Union, in the Nordics, wherever you want, right? And the people, they access this local data, the data is cached locally.
Okay,
and
yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. So the data is cached on that appliance.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
so, and the great thing out of that is that one of the challenges of NAS is disaster recovery. So as you said in the beginning where we were talking, imagine you have 50 sites across the globe. For each of these sites, you need to have a NAS solution. It can be virtual, I agree. It can be physical, that's also possible. But you need to replicate this data somewhere. And so 50 appliances to manage, 50 times the replication to handle, and so on. Here in that case, your data is replicated globally, to one UniFS, as they call that. We could do a deep dive, but we don't have the time for that, frankly. And
Nope.
The thing is, you replicate your data there. If you have a DR event, you lose your appliance. You don't lose your data is in the cloud. So you lose the appliance. What do you do when you perform the DR activity, when you're getting back, when you're recovering from the disaster? If you're able to bring back your appliance, then fine, it's going to start refreshing, synchronizing, whatever. If you lost your appliance and need to deploy a new one, well, you deploy the appliance, you connect it to the infrastructure, and it starts rehydrating by pulling data from the cloud. And even if it's not going to copy everything, right, it's going to cache what is the most used. You should be up and running in around 15 minutes. So that's really huge because you're eliminating the need for NAS infrastructure on premises, and you're eliminating the need to handle DR for each of those NAS components on premises as well. So that's where I find that it's kind of magic. It's kind of the future, if you ask me. But it's also happening now, So it's really how NAS should be in the cloud era for me.
Yeah, agreed on that. I think, you already mentioned it. I think you could probably talk about this for many more minutes. I'm seeing we're already over 7. So if people want to know more, where can they go to get more information? Like you already mentioned, you already have a blog on TECHunplugged, so they can go there. And probably the Storage Field Day side as well, right? There's
Absolutely.
recordings from everything that's been said last week as well.
Yeah, sure. So check out our post on techunplugged.io/blog. And of course, our blog has the link to the Storage Field Day presentations, which are also available at techfieldday.com/SFD21. And of course, if you want to get some information straight from Nasuni, well, it's nasuni.com. And if you have questions, reach out to us, and we can also, open the discussion.
Okay, Max, thanks for this one. See you on the Intel side.
See you soon.